Do you know what the most common accusation leveled against Saint Constantine the Great is? The accusation that he murdered his own son, Crispus, in 326 AD, and later his second wife, Fausta. For many people, especially in the West, this is presented as an unquestionable historical fact. Indeed, the narrative has been promoted so forcefully that even many Orthodox Christians have come to accept it. Some simply respond by saying that repentance is greater than any sin, as in the cases of St. Paul, St. Longinus, and others, while others argue that Constantine was merely enforcing a law, harsh though it may have been. But is that really what happened? Let us examine the historical record. Constantine initially married Minervina, with whom he had his firstborn and dearly beloved son Crispus. Political considerations, however, would eventually lead him to separate from Minervina and marry his second wife Fausta in 307 AD. Fausta was the daughter of his co-emperor Maximian. Together they had 3 sons, each of whom would later become emperors, as well as 2 daughters. Constantine deeply loved Crispus, who was an exceptionally gifted young man. He saw in him his worthy successor. He had already elevated him to the rank of Caesar and entrusted him with the administration of Gaul. Despite his young age, Crispus had achieved remarkable victories both on land and at sea, earning the complete respect and admiration of the entire army. Put simply, for Constantine, Crispus was his greatest political and dynastic asset. He was the natural heir to the throne. Constantine was also a profoundly religious man, some who had been seeking Christ from the very early stage of his life, many years before his baptism. In a previous episode, we examined his relationship with his spiritual mentor, the Bishop of Cordova, Hosius, and perhaps in the future we shall revisit Constantine's deep and enduring connection with Christianity. One of the most significant legislative reforms introduced by Constantine the Great was the dramatic tightening of the laws concerning adultery. He reformed it from what had largely been a private civil offense into a serious public crime punishable by death. In later years, this penalty would be replaced by imprisonment. Then, in what appeared to be a remarkable coincidence, only a few days after the enactment of this legislation, Fausta accused Crispus of assaulting her and of engaging in an illicit sexual relationship with her, that is, adultery. Constantine, determined to set an example through the impartial application of the law, ordered the arrest of his beloved son. And shortly thereafter, before any formal investigation had been completed, and under circumstances that remained unclear to this day, Crispus was found dead. Who stood to gain from the removal of Crispus? Who accused Constantine of being responsible for his son's death? Is there historical evidence? Can we truly speak with certainty? We shall examine all of these questions in our next episode.